Hello, baseball fans, and welcome to this broadcast of Lamar Viking Varsity Baseball, brought to you by the Lamar Viking Baseball Booster Club. I'm Bill Frawley, going to be doing the play-by-play tonight, and you'll hear me doing some PA announcing. Also under the headsets is Richie Sherrod, who'll be doing our color commentary. Richie, how are you tonight?
Wonderful. A little bit windblown.
A little bit.
The temperature's great. It's just windy as all get out.
Well, definitely so. And also up here is Doug McKay, who's taking care of our scoreboard, spotting and keeping us straight on what's going on tonight as we get distracted by the flag blowing straight northeast across Davis Drive. I tell you, Richie, we were talking earlier, it's going to be hard to knock one out of the yard. Now the flag's just turned 90 degrees toward us.
Yeah, the wind is obviously going to be a bit of an issue. When you hit the ball that high, the wind tends to play a little bit of a factor anyway. But with this type of wind, we'll have to see which one of these teams is going to be able to play the better defense.
Definitely so. Well, the umpires and the coaches are having their home plate meeting. And, I've asked Coach before when we've done the coaches show sometimes, what do y'all talk about? I mean, how much does the game change? And, a lot of times it's, well, here's where foul territory is. Watch out for that fence and so on. We're about to go live with the starting lineups here in just a moment. Well, I thought they were about to break up the meeting. I saw some handshakes. So we'll go ahead and gab here just for a little bit more. Richie, you saw a temperature, about 78 degrees?
76 degrees. If you're, every once in a while we get someone that's out of the state. We are expecting some storms a little bit later. Looks like that there might be some rain over Dallas way and west of Fort Worth. But I think we're going to be fine here throughout this game.
Okay, well, he's signaling it's ready to go. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineups for today's game. First, for the visiting Martin Warriors, batting first in center field, number 12, Tristan Biddle. Batting second in left field, number 8, Luke Nahinik. Batting third in right field, number 15, Logan Myers. Batting fourth at first base, number 24, Max Grubbs. Batting fifth at third base, number 17, Connor Sexton. Batting sixth at catcher, number 22, Blake Brigance. Batting seventh at second base, number 2, Cade Wyrick. Batting eighth at shortstop, number 1, Luke Spencer. Batting ninth, designated hitter, number 14, Diego Morales. And the starting pitcher is number 19, Matt Hudspeth. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineup for your Lamar Vikings. Batting first in center field, number 24, Cooper Barnard. Barnard in center. Batting second, designated hitter, number 1, Jalen Humbles. Humbles, the DH. Batting third, behind the plate, number 16, Nick Griffin. Griffin is the catcher. Batting fourth in left field, number 6, Nate Rivera. Rivera in left. Batting fifth on the mound, number 8, Parker Schutte. Schutte is the pitcher. Batting sixth in right field, number 12, Eric Olivares. Olivares in right. Batting seventh at third base, number 9, Tucker Isbell. Isbell at third. Batting eighth at second base, number 11, Houston Cornish. Cornish at second. Batting ninth is shortstop, number 3, Jacob Shehorn. Shehorn at short. The starting first baseman is number 5, Peyton Browning. The rest of your Lamar Vikings are Jacob Holler, Carlos Rosa, Zach Woods, Eddie Chavez, and Ethan Bernard, and they are led by Coach Paul Kino. And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise as you're able. Remove your hats and honor our nation's flag, and remember all of those who have served our country bravely and proudly to protect our freedom as we play the national anthem.
up some bacon on a biscuit and let's go. We're burning daylight.
Starting battery for your Lamar Vikings. Behind the plate, number 16, Nick Griffin. Griffin the catcher, and on the mound, number 8, Parker Schutte. Schutte is the pitcher for the Vikings. Well, welcome once again to this broadcast of Lamar Viking Varsity Baseball. Bill Frawley and Richie Sherrod here on a very windy Tuesday night at the Lamar Viking Diamond, just at the intersection of Davis Drive and I-30 in North Arlington, Texas. Temperatures in the 70s. It feels like it's dropping. There's a wind chill, if you can say that.
Yeah, I think
spring. So. Leading off for the Warriors, center fielder number 12, Tristan Biddle. Richie, so last week the Vikings split with Bowie. Mm-hmm. And, you know, you always want to try to get started off 2-0 if you can. And they were pretty dominant in the first game, but then they struggled in the second game and ended up losing. It was really a struggle in one inning in that game.
Yeah.
And they ended up going 1-1. Then they swept DeSoto, non-district games, but that was some confidence building, I believe. Here's the second pitch of the game. And
nice,
that's a strike. The count 1 ball and 1 strike to number 12, the leadoff batter for Martin, Tristan Biddle.
Chance to get back on track with those games against DeSoto. Isbell was fantastic on the mound.
Oh, and there's a called strike. Yeah. Now the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Isbell was really good on the mound that last game against Bowie. They just they had one bad error where that you had a couple one bad inning where you had a couple errors that really cost them. Nice pitch. That was a ball on the outside part of the plate.
And a swing and a miss for strike 3. The next batter for Martin, left fielder number 8, Luke Nahinik. So Nahinik will come up to the plate with 1 out and nobody on. Top of the first inning, just underway here again on a very windy Tuesday night. I was driving from church I work at part-time in Colleyville, coming down south about 3:30, and it was windy then. And it's only picked up since then. First pitch misses for ball 1. Parker Schutte on the mound for the Vikings. There's a foul ball for the even up the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. I want to thank Jay Ryan, our executive producer, who is in a hidden bunker in an undisclosed location in North Arlington, Texas, monitoring all the technology of our broadcast. And he's the one that makes all this really happen.
He does.
Teaches me how to set stuff up. That pitch caught the outside edge of the outside corner, and the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. So
we talked a little bit about this last week about the ability to frame that pitch. Catcher framed it really nice for the umpire.
A fly ball into right center field, and that's going to be caught by Cooper Barnard for out number 2. So number 8 goes down as an F8 if you're keeping score at all at home. The next batter, right fielder, number 15, Logan Myers.
That ball was hit on a pretty good little drive, and I think the wind actually helped it to stay up a little bit for him to get underneath it and make a nice play.
I think you're right. I recorded the coaches show on Sunday evening with Coach Kano. We pretty much try to do that every Sunday night. And there's a first pitch, a swing and a miss. That's his first pitch strike of the game, by the way. But Kano was saying, he's been looking for some of the players to step up as leaders, and he's seen that starting here in the last few days, week or so. There's a foul ball, so now Schutte ahead in this count as the pitcher, 0-2, with 2 outs, nobody on. And, that's an important thing because Coach will talk about got to have players step up in leadership roles, and it's more than just the coach telling them to. When the peer group says, yeah, we're going to follow this leader, there's a foul ball, count stays at 0-2. That's kind of what can help make a team gel.
Sure. Schutte's been really good. He's been around the plate almost every single pitch, even ones that are missing. They're not missing by much.
True. So hopefully that accuracy can stay in the control. Now, I think, right there he's going to waste one because it was 0-2. That was a little bit high. And so 1-2 is the count. Now, Schutte has agreed or signed. He's going to go play at Division III Hendrix College in Conway, Arkansas, along with Tucker Isbell, I believe. Oh, that is right in the area where – and the umpire looked like he was going to try to call strike 3. Schutte was leaving the mound. Everyone thought – and I think the batter almost thought it was strike 3, but counts at 2-2 now.
So, to paint the picture, pitch goes in and you have 3 guys about to leave the
Ground
field.
Ball that goes up the middle for a base hit. So a 2-out single by Logan Myers. And the Warriors have one on with 2 outs.
That was a well-placed single. Not particularly hard, just out of the reach of the shortstop.
First baseman number 24, Max Grubbs. Yeah, just out of the reach. It's a good base hit.
Had him played a little bit over to the left, but we'll see if he adjusts that when he comes up to bat later in the game.
I was up here last night announcing over the PA system the freshman or JV2 doubleheader. Swept them.
Nice.
9-4 and 6-1.
Nice.
Yeah, it was.
And that was against
convincing.
Lamar. Against Martin. Nice.
So, man, that JV2 team is very special.
Wait, come back. Oh, no.
So the first pitch is fouled away. The runner was going, or the base runner at first was going on the pitch, but with the foul ball, he's got to come back.
Mm-hmm. Those are just frustrating. They make you tired,
Yeah, wind sprints. So no balls and 1 strike, 2 outs, 1 on at first. Top of the first inning, of course, no score yet. Schutte is ready to deliver. Here it is. Jams him inside, and there's a ball that goes foul off the third base line. And the count stays at 0-2.
The flag is directly in center field, and I think as we've watched through this game, it has gone everything from pointing straight at us to now pointing out to left field, and now it's almost coming back to us again.
Yeah, there's some real
crazy wind.
You almost wonder, is that showing up as rotation on anyone's Doppler radar?
Interesting, yeah.
All right, no balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Bouncing ball to the shortstop. Scooped up. Throws across the diamond. 1 hops.
Nice.
And he grabs it.
Nice. So that ball was a little difficult to get out of the glove, thrown all the way across. 1 hop over to the first baseman. Nice and easy. No runs. 1 hit. No 1 runner left.
And we'll be back in just a few moments. Print Fulfillment, Green Oak Spine and Sport, Central Park ENT, Sutton Frost Carry, No Frills Grill, Painters USA, H2H Plans, and Redeemer Arlington. We also want to thank the Allstate Foundation for providing us with a grant to have the equipment to do the broadcasts that we're doing tonight that you can reach by going to LamarVikingsBaseball.com and click on live audio or search for Lamar Viking Radio on YouTube. That's the Allstate Foundation in collaboration with Positive Influence and the Javier Nahara Agency here in Arlington. Well, welcome back to our broadcasts. We are going into the bottom of the first inning. No score. It was 4 up, 3 down for the Vikings, and Cooper Barnard will be leading off for the Vikings. Left-handed batter swings on the first pitch, goes to the second baseman, and he throws in time for out number 1 on pitch number 1.
Not a bad swing, just really hit right towards the second baseman.
The next batting next for the Vikings, designated hitter number 1, Jalen Humbles. All right, so Jalen Humbles will step up to the plate. One out, nobody on, bottom of the first inning.
Just to set the stage, third baseman's already in on the grass, thinking that there might be a bunt attempt here.
First pitch is strike 1. Yeah, you're a good eye there, Richie. Yeah, he is playing in on the grass. Jalen's had a pretty decent bat this season. There's a high fly ball to deep left field. Left fielder's running back, tracks it down just a few steps shy of the fence.
Uh-huh.
He'll go down with an F7. The next batter for the Vikings, number 16, catcher Nick Griffin.
Bill, where Humbles hit that ball, that's about 315 feet to go out, and he probably hit it about 307, 308 feet.
Yes, very good estimation there. And if the wind was a little bit different,
Yeah.
it might have gone out and been a Davis drive dinger. Griffin swings on the first pitch, rolls to the second baseman. So only on about 4 pitches, the Vikings are out of business, 3 up, 3 down. We will be back. Well, welcome back to the broadcast. We are about to go into the top of the second inning with no score. Martin sent 4 batters to the plate in the top of the first. The Vikings sent 3 in the bottom of the first, and so far pitchers duel. Leading off in the top of the second inning, third baseman number 17, Connor Sexton.
Defense is pretty straight away right here. Both your first baseman and your third baseman are slightly in.
First pitch is fouled off into the visitors' bullpen off the first base line. So Schutte with another first pitch strike and begins 0-1. There's a fly ball to short center field, and Cooper Barnard gets that. So on 2 pitches, 1 out.
Got a really good jump on that ball.
The next batter for the Warriors, number 22, catcher Blake Brigance. Well, so far, Schutte seems to be kind of in a zone, in a groove tonight. Pretty consistent accuracy. Fly ball to deep left field. That's going to go over Nate Rivera's head, and that'll be a stand-up double for Blake Brigance, so a 1-out double there.
I don't know that that was high enough to really let the wind affect it at all, but that was a really well-hit ball, again, to about that left field
The
gap.
next batter, number 2, second baseman Cade Wyrick. Yeah, that was a well-hit ball, and Rivera, he was kind of trying to gauge it at first. What's that? Oh, yeah. He kind of started to go to our right, his left. Wow, is that a balk already? No, I'm sorry. I saw him if he was getting rid of his gear, I guess.
Yeah, got it.
All of a sudden, I saw him running from first to second. I'm like, wait a minute.
You know, an outfielder, the ball that's hit right towards you are some of the hardest ones to play because you don't know if they're coming in short or if they're going to go over your head. That one went over
and
his
with
head.
that crazy crosswind also.
Yep.
There's a sort of a bunt.
Nice.
The throw to third base.
Nice.
And that gets the runner trying to advance from second to third.
Really,
nice play.
Really well played by Schutte. Really well played.
So that's a 1-5 pick, if you will.
Not a great bunt. Got a little bit too close to the mound, but he jumped off the mound, made the play.
He hit it too hard, yeah. The next Warrior to bat, shortstop number 1, Luke Spencer. So that really makes a big difference because now instead of a runner at second, 1 out, there's a runner at first, 2 outs, and the force is in play back at second base again.
And Bill, we can have the conversation. I don't understand the bunt when you have only 1 out.
Line
runner on
drive
second.
out to left field. Rivera kind of bobbles it, but he still brings it in. So that's just going to be a clean single for Cade Wyrick.
You know, if you consider that a sacrifice bunt, you're going to have a runner on third with 2 outs. You're going to need the hit anyway.
That was Luke Spencer, my bad.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. The next batter is number 14, designated hitter Diego Morales.
So runners on first and second, 2 outs for the Warriors.
There's a pitch, fly ball. The wind's going to catch it and take it foul, and it bounces just in front of the bullpen over off third base line. 2 Vikings were making chase on it. Left fielder and the shortstop.
About 10 feet away, just not quite enough time to get all the way over there to make that play. Still a strike. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, runners on first and second. Left-handed batter at the plate.
So this is the DH in the 9-hole, which is an interesting place to put your DH. Here's the first pitch.
Nice.
Strike 1. Looked like a curve ball. That interesting.
Should be
Oh,
strike,
strike 2, yeah.
Should be strike 2.
No balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, after the foul ball.
Long
thanks.
foul ball. Yep.
So lots of good ways to get out of this inning on this pitch. 0-2, 2-on, 2 outs. The pitch in the dirt. Here's a throw to third, but the runner's safe, so now the runners both advance to second and third. Now it's a little bit tougher to get out of the inning because you don't have any forces in play.
But I like what Schutte's done so far. What he's doing is focusing on the batter. You know, he's got the runners back there, but with 2 outs, just focus on the guy at the plate, and you're out of the inning.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Top of the second. Here's the pitch. Ground ball bouncing to the third baseman. Throws across. Oh, what a nice stretch.
Nice stretch.
By Houston Cornish at first base to finish the out. Excuse me, I'm sorry, Peyton Browning at first base. My bad. Well, just like that, the Vikings get out of a bit of a jam. There's still no score. We'll be back. Leading off in the bottom of the second inning for the Vikings, number 6 left fielder Nate Rivera.
All right, Bill, over under. Do you think we'll see more than 4 pitches this half inning?
Oh, over, yeah. We'll see at least 7.5 pitches. There's a bunt straight up the middle of the pitcher, and it's an easy out. Yeah, he should have hit that one more down towards the third base line.
Yep.
So that's on the first pitch of 1-3. Now I'm going to change my wager just a little bit.
It's too late now.
The next Viking to the plate is your pitcher, Parker Schutte. Well, here we go on one pitch. 1 out. Second pitch he swings on. That's going to go foul.
I think that's the one that the wind got.
Yo, definitely. That thing's skied. In fact, that thing was getting attention of their traffic controllers
That's
over
right.
at DFW. That thing was way up there, and it was on final approach to – there's a soccer playoff going on, by the way, over at Cravens. Not that I have ADD or anything.
No, not at all. Not at all. Swing and a miss.
And now the count goes to 0-2 quickly. The pitcher down 0-2. 1 out, nobody on. Scoreless in this bottom of the second. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That is one of those that can come in. So no camera here, but that ball hit the very top of the netting behind home plate. A little bit higher, and it was on the right kind of trajectory. It might have come in our window.
Am I expected to protect the computer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right.
I've got the broadcast computer. You do the music
Doug's
computer.
on his own. Oh.
And there's a swing and a miss for strike 3 on Schutte.
Ball came in a little bit high, just wasn't able to catch up with it.
Right fielder number 12, Eric Olivares. So Olivares, we haven't mentioned this about most of these guys so far that have come up to the plate. A lot of them are football players also. There's a line drive base hit on the first pitch. A 2-out single for Olivares to get things going.
A little bit off the end of the bat, but a nicely placed hit right up the middle, out of the reach of the second baseman.
The next Viking to the plate is number 9, third baseman Tucker Isbell.
Now you get to make the Martin pitch from the stretch here. A little bit more difficult. You don't get to go into a full windup. See if Olivares gets a pretty good lead here.
Being a right-hander, he'll have his back to the base runner. Not a big lead by Olivares right now. There's a pitch, and that's going to be strike 1 called. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. A runner on first for the Vikings. That's Olivares. We are in the bottom of the second inning, no score. Did we mention it's windy yet?
I think we have.
Oh my God.
Just a little bit.
Here's a pitch outside. There's a throw to second, and they're going to have him out that will end
Boy.
the inning on the 2-4 pick.
I hate to tell you this, but that was the 7th pitch, and you took 7.5.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
man, I shouldn't have been a smart aleck. All right, we'll be back. There's no score. All right, welcome back. So no score, top of the third. They're at the top of the order for Martin. Tristan Biddle, the center fielder.
A little bit high on the first pitch. He had been pretty good at those first pitch strikes. That one was just a little bit too high to be tempting for the batter.
Biddle struck out. Reconnection successful.
All right.
But
3 balls, 2 strikes.
we had a disconnection notice from our broadcast software. Jay, I don't know if you can tell us if we are back on or not.
From your hidden bunker.
Full count, and he's going to walk to start off top of the third inning. I think I have to go back through. Okay, good. We are on. Excellent. Okay.
Nice.
Thank you, Jay, for sending that message to us. Top of the third inning.
Leadoff walk.
There's a leadoff walk. A throwback over to first. Biddle slides back safely. The batter is number 8, Luke Nahinik. So Luke Nahinik, he flew out to center field his first at bat 2 innings ago. Another throwback to first.
A little
Not in
closer.
time. Yeah.
A little closer on that one. A lot of times what a runner will do is he'll see, okay, if I get here, how close can I be? And they'll see if they can take that extra half step. That may be about as big a lead as he can get.
There's a bunt. Nicely dropped between the pitcher and the. Oh, no, they're calling a balk. So no pitch.
Boy.
The runner had not reached second when the balk was called, so he was advancing on the hit and run. So instead of runners at first and second, or second with 1 out, runner at second, no outs, and still no count because the first pitch was ruled a balk.
Bill, did you see it? I didn't.
I did not, and honestly, I was kind of looking down at something, so don't know what the actual call was. There's another bounce down the third base line. Third baseman picks it up. Isbell throws him out at first. There's a nice scoop and throw on the run by Isbell at third base. That'll go down as a 5-3, getting number 8 out. But now, with only one out, there's a runner at third. The next batter, number 15, Logan Myers.
You know, the good thing about having a runner at third is you're looking straight at him. As a right-handed pitcher, looking straight at him, and you can just focus on the batter.
First pitch is bottom of the strike
Nice.
zone, grounded out to the third baseman, and the runner cannot advance. So deja vu, there's another 5-3.
What a fantastic play. Great pitch. Got the batter to chase his offering.
That almost seemed like it was a broken bat in a way, too. Did you get that sense of that?
Well,
I'm pretty sure it's an aluminum or composite bat, but
didn't have that ping sound.
number 24, Max Grubbs. I think that's kind of what I was, catching on to. So 2 outs, top of the third, runner at third, and the first pitch. Wow.
Boy.
If that was high, I don't know what not high is.
The umpire, just to kind of set the stage, the umpire, if you'll look, he is on the inside part of the plate, and so it's harder to see the outside corner. And so he's having to kind of assume a little bit
1-0
of where
pitch,
something is.
High fly ball to left field. Rivera's giving chase.
Makes
Tracks
the
it
play.
down for out number 3. So no blood, no foul. We get out of the inning. It's still scoreless. We'll be back. Leading off for the Vikings in the bottom of the third inning, number 11, second baseman, Houston Cornish. All right.
Yes.
Houston Cornish makes his first plate appearance here in the bottom of the third inning. No score. First pitch to him, swung on, foul back to the net. Strike 1.
Very aggressive hitting by the Vikings.
Oh, my bad. Thank you. A correction. The batter is number 8, Tucker Isbell. That's an EA, error on the announcer.
If only these guys had like numbers and stuff on their jerseys so we
It's
could
1
keep
and
track
2,
of that.
by the way, yeah. Yeah. First one was foul back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's a ball high, counts 2-2. So imagine my embarrassment. And I was even thinking when the runner was picked at second last time, I played the wrong walk-up song, and because it turned red on my screen, all that, whatever excuse, but I was not paying enough attention. So,
Well, there's
but one
three
of
of us
the
up here.
Martin dads that was up here visiting with me earlier was nice enough to correct me very kindly. through the window. There's strike 3 for Tucker Isbell. Now batting for the Vikings, number 11, Houston Cornish.
Now I know why you were asking. You were like, I was like, wait, I don't.
Well, maybe I jinxed Isbell there. I don't know. First pitch, though, to Cornish, our number 8 hitter, misses for ball 1. We are in the bottom of the 3rd inning. No score, 1 out, nobody on for the Vikings. A pitcher's duel so far. Biggest threat was in the 3rd inning when the Warriors had a runner at first, and I believe at one point just 1 out.
Runner at 3rd with 1 out.
I'm sorry, 3rd.
Yeah,
I said
yeah.
first. See,
That's okay.
Richie, I'm going to give you both headsets.
No.
I'm brain tooting. There's a pitch that misses outside, and all of a sudden the count is 3-0. This is the first time we've had a 3-0 count in this pitcher's duel.
Let's see if he takes this.
He showed
Nice.
bunt,
Nice.
pulled back,
Nice.
and he's on first with a walk. The next batter for the Vikings, shortstop Jacob Shehorn. So, just kind of a funny thing here. Jacob Shehorn sent me a text message earlier today. Hey, can I change my walk-up song? He picked out, Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin. We just heard a little clip of it. And I said, yeah, of course. Great song, by the way. He goes, yeah, my dad suggested it. So, giving a little bit of credit to his dad for
That's
a good
awesome.
classic rock song. But, yeah, and that's not the first time we've had a player call on their parent,
Sure.
often a dad, to, hey, help me out with more of a rock kind of upbeat song. So that's pretty cool. First pitch to Shehorn missed. Ball 1, 1 ball, no strikes, 1 on at first, 1 out. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Vikings trying to get something going. He bunts and it goes foul, and the count now evens up at 1 ball, 1 strike.
A lot of times you'll see that bunt try to go. The batter will try to bunt it right down the 3rd base line. That was more of a drag bunt, trying to bring it down to the first base, pull him off the base, and try and get to trying to get to first base.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Bottom of the 3rd, no score. Still windy.
Third
Blowing
baseman's
straight
way in on
in.
the grass.
Oh, he is. He's watching for that bunt. Throw back over to first. Not in time.
Not a huge lead over at first, but enough to draw the attention of the pitcher.
Well, you can just tell that Matt Hudspeth, the pitcher, really would like to get that out. There's a pitch. It blows outside. I think it was high and outside, but you could just see as it got closer to the plate, I think the wind actually caught it and pulled it outside some. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Jacob Shehorn, number 9 batter in the order. First plate appearance of the game for him. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. That's outside.
Nice.
For ball 3. And I'll tell you, Richie, you give me your thought. I think the wind's playing havoc with the pitches that are not just terribly fast.
It might be. It might also be that he doesn't want to give up that bunt. And so what you try to do is be a little bit cute and try to nip on the edges. And, that's not always easy to do.
And that pitch misses, and we've got 2 on.
Because he hasn't really been wild at all this game.
And that's going to draw a visit to the mound from the Martin coach, who is not Coach Culbertson tonight. He was unavailable somehow for tonight's game, so they have some assistants in there.
Runners on first and second. This is a good opportunity for the Vikings.
The next batter for the Vikings, Cooper Sunshine Barnard. You know, what a fun walk-up song. And Cooper Bernard's, nickname apparently with his family and friends since, really young apparently, is Sunshine.
Love it.
And, it's a brave guy that's going to pick that song, I think. And I love it. I think it's great.
You got to be pretty secure in yourself to come up with that.
I think so. So, hey, look, the first two batters, or I should say the second and third
That's
batters
trouble.
have gotten on
That's
with
trouble.
walks. Pop fly ball
Yep.
drops in
Yep.
fair territory. And the throw not in
Yes.
time to third. And all of a sudden, and we'll call that a single,
Sure. Absolutely it is.
and the bases are loaded.
So runners on first and second, and that second baseman's really got to make sure that ball falls.
The number one, Jalen Humbles.
Second baseman had to make sure that ball gets down, or he can get doubled up at second. But you also got to make sure you get to third if it falls, and gets in right under the tag. Bases loaded, 1 out for the Vikings.
Biggest threat of the game by either team so far. Here's the first pitch to Humbles. He swings and misses for strike one. Humbles flew out to the left fielder. It was a pretty well hit ball, right?
Yeah.
That was the one that was a few feet short of
If
the
he
fence.
gets that same hit right now, it'll score at least one.
Next pitch, ground ball, chopper to the third baseman. He'll throw home for the force there.
Yep.
And that's all they're going to get. So Humbles reaches on the fielder's choice, but the 5-2 force will get number 11, Houston Cornish.
Bases loaded still for the Vikings. Still have a chance to score a couple here.
Number 16, Nick Griffin.
Let's get a base hit right here, Bill.
Boy, that would be awesome. Griffin grounded out to the second baseman back in the first inning. There's a ground ball that's going to go to the second baseman. Different side of the second baseman, but that will end the inning. Unfortunately, the Vikings leave the bases loaded, and there's still no score. We'll be back. Leading up for the Warriors in the top of the fourth inning, number 17, Connor Sexton. Well, welcome back to the broadcast. We are going into the top of the fourth inning. No score, a real pitcher's duel. Couple of threats here, including the Vikings leaving the bases loaded in the bottom of the third just now. First pitch to Sexton, ground ball to the shortstop, and that's going to be an E6 on Shehorn, who didn't put his glove all the way to the ground to scoop that up. It would have been a routine play most likely. So one pitch, one on now for the Warriors, top of the fourth.
Just went under his glove.
Number 22, Blake Brigance.
That's one of those every coach says, nah, you got to make sure your glove's all the way down there. Had to rush it maybe a little bit to make the play, but pretty standard, pretty standard.
Well, chance for a double play to erase the base runner possibly. Runner at first, nobody out. The number 6 hitter, number 22, he swings at the first pitch, lays down a kind of a half swing bunt that goes right to the pitcher, and Schutte throws him out at first base to complete the 1-3 play.
Smart play. The temptation is to try and turn and maybe get that runner at second, but got the safe out at first.
The next batter, number 2, Cade Wyrick. Wyrick will step up to the plate. He got on with a fielder's choice, I believe, back in the second inning and was stranded with one other runner. One out, runner at second for the Warriors, top of the fourth. No score. Here's the pitch. That goes well outside for ball 1.
Pretty straightaway defense. First baseman's in just on the grass. It looks like the third baseman's just a couple steps from being even with the bag at third.
There's a ball in the dirt.
Really nicely blocked.
But, yeah, Nick Griffin does a great job of keeping that in front of him. Runner cannot advance. The count now 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes.
That can be a really important play because if that ball gets past him, now you've got a runner at third with 1 out.
Once again, a lot of people kind of underestimate the job of the catcher. There's a lot of things they have to do, and you're right. Ground ball to the shortstop. Shehorn picks that one up, fires across, gets the batter out. So kind of helps make up a little bit for that error a few minutes ago. Now there's 2 outs and a runner on third. The next batter, number 1, Luke Spencer.
Bill, the play was in front of him. Do you think he might try and go to third there?
No, you got to go to
get the safe
first.
out.
Yeah, too many times I've seen, I'll tag him or I'll throw, and then they start getting hung up, and now you end up with 2 on. So.
And you've got to make the tag on that because there's no force.
Yeah, and they can wiggle around a little bit. Swings on the first pitch, high fly ball to right field. And the center fielder, Barnard, comes over. It was Larry Moe and Curley out there. But fortunately, they didn't run into each other. No blood, no foul. They leave 1, 0-0. We'll be back after the 4th inning stretch. Back in the bottom of the 4th inning. Rivera swings on the first pitch. He goes foul back over the Vikings dugout into the back parking lot. No balls and 1 strike. There's still no score, bottom of the 4th inning. Both teams have threatened a little bit. That pitch misses outside for ball 1. The count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Heard a couple jeers from the Warrior side over here.
But everyone being good sports tonight so far.
Of course. Yeah, it really has been.
Definitely so. Here's the 1-1 pitch. High fly ball towards the shortstop. Now the wind picks it up. Now the left fielder comes in and catches it just before the dirt of the base paths. For out
Easy
number
for
1.
you to say, Bill.
Easy for me to want to say. It goes down as an F7. Number 8, Parker Shooty.
You know, the last 2 outs, the last out of the Martin inning and the first out of the Viking inning, you know, it really goes to show how athletic these young men are. You've got a center fielder that runs about 40 yards to make a play and a left fielder that comes in about 30 yards to make a play. Really good athletes on both sides.
Oh, yeah. Hey, if you see me running 30 or 40 yards, you better start running too, because that means there's a problem.
There's a bear behind you or something.
Yeah. All right, count now 1 ball and 1 strike to Parker Shooty. Struck out swinging in the 2nd inning on his first plate appearance. Here's the 1-1 in the dirt and outside. The count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Parker is one of these guys who I believe is sort of stepping up as a leader among his peers, from what I can gather. A great young man. Gotten to know him and his family a little bit over the years. That pitch is high, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Couldn't tell if that was supposed to drop or what happened there, but it just hung up there way above the strike zone. So now 3 balls and 1 strike for Shooty. 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the 4th inning.
Be nice to get a base runner.
It really would. And to get him to score.
Yeah, even better.
Here comes the 3-1 pitch.
Inside.
Inside, and he's on with a walk.
You know, I'm so used to doing football games with you where you tell us that this guy also plays baseball.
The next batter, number 12, Eric Olivares.
Here we've got a couple young men that also play football.
Well, Parker Shooty played football. Now Eric Olivares, man, an outstanding linebacker. Now we're going to have a courtesy runner at first base. Courtesy runner at first base for the Vikings, number 4, Ethan Barnard. So Ethan Barnard will be the runner at first for the pitcher Shooty. Courtesy runner allowed for pitchers and catchers. Here's the first pitch to Olivares. Got a cutter or something that just kept going to our right, pitcher's left, and he misses outside for ball 1.
Looked like a little bit of a slower pitch, but it was just a little bit outside.
Clouds building up a little bit more, but I think from what we've seen on radar, we're good. There's a high fly ball that's going towards right field, and now it's going, and it's caught right on the baseline.
Wow.
At the edge of foul territory by the right fielder, so an F9 will put him down.
Did he call that foul? Caught foul?
Well, it was caught, though, either way, so it's an out.
Sure.
The next batter, Tucker Isbell. But, yeah, he was either right on or just in foul territory when the ball hit the glove. Tucker Isbell up to the plate for his second time. Throw back over to first. Runner gets back plenty of time. Tucker struck out swinging. Oh, excuse me, let's see. He couldn't have just, yeah, he struck out swinging at the beginning of the 3rd inning. We almost batted around. We got several batters up to the plate in the 3rd. So he's looking for his first time on base tonight. Here's the pitch, swung on and miss.
That was some type of a breaking ball, just swung right on top of it.
Tucker has also been a leader in the program all 4 years. He's another senior. Here's the 0-1, swung on a miss. Now a throw to second, and he got him out. And that will end the inning. And guess what, Tucker Isbell will come up again in the next inning. Y'all help me remember to play the correct walk-up
Will
song.
do.
Still
Will
no
do.
score after 4 innings. We'll be back. We're back at you now, going into the top of the 5th inning. We're just noticing it. There's really a good crowd for Martin and for Lamar here at the Lamar Viking Diamond tonight, including quite a few Lamar students and some of the JV1 and JV2 players. Leading off in the top of the 5th inning, number 14, Diego Morales. So Diego Morales, the DH in the number 9 spot in the lineup, up to the plate. First pitch to him is strike 1.
Both of these pitchers have had a couple of innings that were a little bit scary, but both of them have been able to pitch out of jams and keep the opposing team's runners
bouncing ball to the first baseman. He'll toss it back to the pitcher, Schutte, who makes the out. So a nice move by the infield there on a 3-1. Gets the number 9 hitter, number 14, Morales, out, and they're back to the top of the order.
Nice play there by both guys. That's one of those things that you practice and practice and practice and practice, and it's nice when you see it work well.
The next batter, number 12, Tristan Biddle. Yeah, you're correct on that. That was a good standard routine play, but executed well, especially kind of people on the run. First pitch swung on. It's a fly ball to right field. Olivares gives chase. Now the second baseman comes in. Oh, it bounced up out of his glove.
Yes.
Oh,
Nicely
my gosh.
Done. Nicely played.
Was that the second baseman?
Yes.
This abracadabra reach out and grab you moment brought to you by second baseman Houston Cornish. Was it?
I think so, yes. It was.
Okay.
It was.
The next batter is number 8, Luke Nahinik. Well, I saw Cooper Barnard running back out also,
too.
but it was.
Good night,
it had to
man.
be the second baseman, wasn't it?
60 yards.
Yeah. Well, if the wrong guy got the credit, oh well.
No, I think it was definitely the second baseman.
Wow. Two outs, nobody on 1-0 count. There's another pitch that misses, and all of a sudden it's 2 balls and no strikes to number 8, Luke Nahinik. He's making his 3rd trip to the plate tonight. Grounded out to the third baseman in the 3rd inning. There's a ground ball to the shortstop. Shehorn can't get to it. Probably be ruled a single.
I think so. It went quite a ways to his left to try and make that play, and just a little bit out of reach.
Didn't bobble it. Wasn't exactly, big hole in the glove, so I think that'll be scored a single. We'll count it as that for now.
Bill, I think that would have been even close if he had
Number
handled
15, Logan Myers.
that. If he had handled that, he was going to have to turn and make a really nice throw just to get the runner.
Well, so now 2 outs and a runner at first, top of the 5th, still no score. We might be here a while tonight. Pitcher throws back over to first. The runner gets back standing up, plenty of time. Probably an opportunity for Chudy just to say, hey, I'm watching you over there. Here's a pitch in the dirt. Runner's going to go to second. Nick Griffin bobbles it, and it goes out to his left. So now that'll take away the force opportunity. As Logan Myers now with a 1-0 count? Yeah.
Yep. We've said this a couple times, but, focus on the batter here. Don't make things more difficult than they need to be.
He got a single in the first and was stranded. Grounded out to the third baseman in the third. Fly ball to deep center field. Cooper Barnard making chase, tracks it down for out number 3. We've been through 4.5. We're in the middle of the 5th. No score. We'll be back. Back to live action, bottom of the 5th inning, still no score. Tucker Isbell coming back up to lead off when he was at bat before and the runner picked at second. Finds himself quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes.
First pitch just got the edge of the outside corner.
Oh, and he swings and misses at that one that went way outside for a quick first out.
That's so go ahead.
Number 11, Houston Cornish.
It's so challenging for a batter when you get a call that is maybe a little bit off the plate, and then now you're tempted to chase anything that's even remotely close
and
to.
Then something breaks that much, and there's a swing on the first pitch, and that goes just a few feet foul down the first base line. And he'll start off no balls and 1 strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's down low, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Terrific eye, because that was not going to be a good ball to hit, and he was able to lay off of it.
Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, high fly ball. That's going to go foul.
Straight back. Oh, was that your windshield?
That was my windshield.
Oh, man.
You know, we need to get a certain windshield repair company to sponsor some parking lot foul balls.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
won't say their name till they pay us. That pitch misses high and outside, or at least high, and the count goes to 2-2. Now let's see if he can at least get a quality at bat out of this thing. Here's the 2-2, and that's well outside. The count goes full.
Breaking ball that didn't have a lot of break on it.
No. So, you know, there's kind of equal pressure, but I'd say in a full count situation, more pressure on the pitcher. Because the batter has the chance to foul some things away.
Mm-hmm. Inside.
That's inside,
Nice.
and he walks.
Yep.
Number 3, Jacob Shehorn.
That was a fantastic at-bat by Cornish.
That really was, because he was behind in the count early. So
Laid
now
off
with
a couple.
only one out, there's one runner on. Go ahead, Richie.
Laid off a couple pitches, fouled one off.
Yeah. A bunt laid down by Shehorn. The third baseman scoops it up, throws him out at first for out number 2. Well, there was a lot of movement, and I was like, that's not the end of the inning. So that's a 5-3 on the bunt attempt.
Nice bunt, but it was even better play by the third baseman.
Cooper Barnard.
Left-handed batter, if he could lace one over second base, boy, he could run for a little bit.
Yeah, I got that runner in scoring position out there. That's Houston Cornish at second, 2 outs. That first pitch, wow, it was heading outside. It almost looked like it came back in over the edge of the plate, but it was called ball 1.
May have been a little high too, Bill, maybe.
Could have been. So 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs, 1 on at second, no score. Checked his swing. The count goes to 2-0. Starting to hear a little more grumbling from a couple of people on some of these ball calls. But
Smart
overall, everyone acting real nicely out here at the ballpark tonight.
Smart at bat so far.
2 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on a miss. He goes to 2-1. Again, we are in the bottom of the 5th inning. No score.
First 2 pitches were left-handed batter. First 2 pitches were on the outside part of the plate. That was on the inside and looked like a pitch that Cooper wanted to try and drive.
Here comes the 2-1 pitch. It hits him. They're calling him out. They're saying he did not move out of the way.
Oh, gracious. Are they calling a strike or an out? Because there's 2 outs. That's got to be. Are they saying that hit his bat?
A strike. So what was the count before that? Is it 3-2?
I think this would be 2-2. 2-2 is the count.
Okay, 2-2.
2-2 is the count.
Okay, so it appeared that he was hit by the pitch. I think they're saying he was in the strike zone maybe or leaning in. I don't know. But, so 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. But he comes back up to the plate. Here's the 2-2. That's low, and the count goes to 3-2. It's reminiscent of when my son David appeared to be hit by a pitch but wasn't back at his freshman year of high school.
I'm wondering if they're saying that it hit the end of the bat and not his hand, maybe.
Oh, that could be.
He flipped the bat, and I wondered why. That
Full
may
count.
be it.
Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on, fouled to stay alive.
Here's that 3-2 count again. Swung at a pitch that I think was going to be called a strike. Is able to stay alive. 3-2, 2 outs, still a runner on second base. Your infield's pretty straight away, although the center fielder is shaded just a little bit to the left.
Matt Hudspeth, the pitcher for Martin, he's a really good pitcher over the years. And swung on a miss, and that's strike 3. And that's going to end the inning. With still no score, we'll be back. Leading off in the top of the 6th inning for Martin, number 24, Max Grubbs. Well, I'll tell you, Richie, I didn't expect to see 0-0 going into the 6th inning tonight. Don't know what I expected. It wasn't this. So definitely a pitcher's duel going on. First pitch is a curveball that hangs high for ball 1. The umpire caught a face full of dust. Just with this wind and some different things happening, that's come across the plate every so often.
Well, we haven't been treated to a ton of offense, but we have seen some fantastic defense tonight.
Pitch on the inside corner for strike 1, yeah.
And some really good pitching on both sides. And so, you know.
Biggest threat of the game when the Vikings left the bases loaded, bottom of the 3rd. There's a ground ball straight up to the second baseman. Can he get over to it in time?
Got it.
He does.
Got it. Nice play.
Magnificent not recovery. It sort of bounced around the pitcher's area, and then Houston Cornish had to charge at it because it was slow. He picks up, and then, of course, first baseman Peyton Browning stretches. Number 17, Connor Sexton.
I couldn't tell, you know, we don't have the luxury of having a review or instant replay or anything like that. I think Shooty may have tipped that ball and slowed it down.
Yeah.
Slowed it down enough that made the play a little bit harder. Fantastic play.
Oh, yeah. He charged that ball very well. But, yeah, I think you're right. I would have to agree. First pitch to Sexton is strike 1.
1-1, correct? 1-1, 1 ball, 1 strike?
Hey, I just got a message from my son Charlie that A&M Aggies just hit a grand slam in Austin.
I was looking at the outs. 1 out, 1 ball, 1 strike. Grand slam.
Grand slam. I don't have a score. I'll see if he can provide me with one.
Are those still worth 4 runs?
They are, even in college. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Even for A&M.
Even with Aggie math. Exactly. Oh, that pitch up and over his back, and, you know, he was lucky that the bat didn't tip the ball because he didn't really bring the bat down other than ducking. 2 balls and 1 strike now. 1 out. Nobody on. Top of the 6th. No score. The pitch just stays high for ball 3. Starting to hear a little bit more chatter out of the Martin fans, a little bit out of the dugout, but everyone's staying real nice and pretty polite tonight so far. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Swung on and missed, and the count goes full.
You know, both of these pitchers have been so close to the plate that, you know, when you get a ball that's way outside, and then get another one where you don't get the strike call. Boy, it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
These guys have pitched
exactly.
strikes all night.
What I got to do? Foul ball, so he'll stay alive on the payoff pitch, the full count. This would be a great out to get with nobody on and have 2 outs going in the middle of the lineup here.
No doubt.
Here's the payoff pitch again.
Coach.
Foul ball. What's that?
Coach Skinner.
Oh, okay.
Out
I thought someone was trying to get our attention. Count stays full again with that foul ball off over to the soccer practice field. Another foul ball. This one may be playable by Peyton Brownie coming off first base. And it is
Nice.
way over near the bullpen. So that's going to go down as an F4. Excuse me, F3. First baseman.
F3, correct.
That was a test.
That was caught about 10 feet away from the dugout.
Number 22, Blake Brigance.
And a ball that looked like if the wind wasn't quite as much as it was, it might have been a fair ball.
If you want to change the at-bat, it's number 22. Yeah, no problem. If you want to. Challenge by choice. First pitch to Brigance at this at-bat is up high and kind of just above his helmet or in front of it. Starts off 1-0. Brigance is the number 6 batter in the order. There's a swing and he fouls it straight back toward the net.
Defense
Grounded out to the pitcher back in the 4th. Go ahead, Richie.
Yeah, defense is pretty standard again. Both corner infielders are back a little bit straight away in your outfield.
We've had several bunt attempts tonight. Wow, that pitch just lost from the release point high and inside, and the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike.
You know, he's working. It looks like he's working on that pitch just a little bit, and it's not quite breaking the way he wants to. He's done it a few times in warm-ups, but it's a little different when you got a batter up there.
Foul ball that'll go out of play. Count even out, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Look at that, there's 2s all the way across the top.
Mm-hmm.
Number 22 at bat, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on. Top of the 6. The 2-2. Fouls that one back into the netting, and that ball is hung up in the netting. Just above one of the wires of the old speakers that don't do anything anymore. There was too much trouble to take them down when we got some new sound system a few years ago. And that makes me think our booster club does an incredible job. They have been able to provide the baseball team with much needed equipment, the coach with things that are needed for the program, and they've really done a great job upgrading our sound system and press box over the years. That pitch misses, and that's going to bring the count full to 3-2.
Didn't miss by a whole lot, just a little bit
Yeah.
high. Little high.
That's one of those, either way he would have called it. It'd been, okay, here's the payoff pitch. Ground ball that's going to go between short and third for a base hit into left field. So a 2-out single for Blake Brigance.
Solid hit. I don't know that he was going to have a play, even if he was able to come up with that ball.
Yeah, Shehorn laid out for that, and there was,
Coach is going to come talk to the pitcher. Looks like.
This is Coach Goodman, the JV coach, JV1 coach who's out here tonight helping out Coach Kino. And he is the one that comes out to talk to the pitchers when he's helping out with varsity games. Works with the pitchers during practices.
Probably, talking about, what are we planning to do here? We got the, this is the batter. What do we want to do? Maybe talking about focusing on the batter, not worried about the base runner. Still have 2 outs, let your defense do, basically just encouraging your pitcher to not try to do too much.
Yeah, so probably a little bit of a pep talk. Yeah,
Yep.
Reminder strategy. And, hey, how's your arm feeling, by the way? We are in the 6th inning. He hasn't faced too many batters, but his pitch count could be getting up there a little bit. The batter is number 2, Cade Wyrick. So Wyrick comes up to the plate.
Right-handed hitter, they've got him shaded a little bit to the left side of the infield.
First pitch is a called strike. That just painted a corner there, I believe. No balls, 1 strike, 1 on, 2 outs. Top of the 6th inning, no score.
That's one where the pitcher wants it and the batter thinks it's way outside.
Wyrick reached with a fielder's choice in the second. Trying to see my notes. There's a strike call. There's a throw down to second base. Not going to get him. Throw goes out into the outfield, but Cooper Barnard comes and scoops it up on the good backup play. But now, which is nice, Parker Schutte is ahead 0-2 in the count with 2 outs, even though there's a runner on second, no force in play. A little bit of dust now coming straight toward us.
Yes.
I got just a little bit of that.
It's one thing when the umpire gets it, but when we have to deal with it.
Then we got a problem.
Yeah.
Here's the 0-2. Swung on, pop fly. The wind's going to carry that out of play. And the count stays at 0-2.
Now that was a breaking ball that he was able to get in a pretty good position. Nice pitch there. Well done job of spoiling that pitch.
On a non-windy day, that might have just gone straight up and been playable.
Agreed. Yep.
Here comes another 0-2 pitch. Fouled again. Hits our roof.
Back down in front. See how many kids run towards that.
You remember back in the day when you could get a snow cone for a foul ball at either Little League games or other stuff? Yeah. What was your favorite flavor of snow cone?
I always liked the red, you know, whether it was strawberry or
oh man, that is a pitch so close to what's been called before. Schutte starts running off the mound like he's got the called strike 3. The umpire says, nah.
Not so fast, young man.
So the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. But I like this. He didn't like shake his head. He just, okay, gets back up on the mound. He's ready to go. Here comes the 1-2. It's low in the dirt. Runner advances to third, and there's not going to be a throw. The ball was in the dirt, but Nick Griffin protected that. He kept the ball in front of him. Yeah, the runner scored. He got a good jump. Not scored. The runner advanced to third. So now there's a runner on third. Now we got 2s across the top again. Number 2 at the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Let's get out of this thing with no run scored here in the top of the 6th. Time is called. Schutte steps off the rubber. Now he's back on. Here comes the 2-2. Line drive to center field, but Cooper Barnard had it played perfectly, anticipating, and that's going to be the end of the inning with 1 runner stranded, no score. We'll be back. Leading off in the bottom of the 6th inning for the Vikings, Jalen Humbles.
Little bullpen action, Bill. Trying to get a number for us.
There's a ground ball on the first pitch to the shortstop. Picks it up, throws over in time One pitch, one out on the 6-3 that gets number 1. Number 16, Nick Griffin. Our players has such a wide variety of walk-up songs. We have
Yes.
rap, clean
Yes.
rap, by the way.
Mhm.
We have country. We have classic rock.
Yes.
More pop music, Christian music, and there's a called strike one on Nick Griffin for the first pitch. It's a very eclectic bunch of music. Oh, and there's some Tejano music as well.
Little Tejano.
Yeah. That pitch is going to be called strike 2.
Wow.
Nick Griffin now all of a sudden quickly finds himself in an 0-2 hole. Nate Rivera is on deck. It's one out, nobody on. Swings at that pitch to protect the plate, stays alive with the 0-2.
That was a great pitch to foul off, because if you'd hit that anywhere in the playing field, it was going to be an easy out.
Yeah, it kind of jammed him a
Yep.
little bit.
Got pretty good wood on that one. Remains 0-2, fouled off.
So he gets a piece of the rock and fouls that away. Played an old clip of an old Prudential Insurance Company back from the 70s. The 0-2 pitch again. Swung on a miss for strike 3.
That's a nice pitch.
Number 6, Nate Rivera. Can Rivera get something started here with 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of the 6? His first pitch inside, ball 1. Mr. Hagman, doing well, and you? Mr. Hagman, the principal at Lamar, just down below us a little bit, saying hello. That pitch almost in the same place, and now it's 1-1. I got to tell you, Mr. Hagman is
Yes.
a principal extraordinaire.
He is.
I mean, my goodness. And what's really cool is the respect of the student body he has. There's a ground ball that's going to go to the second baseman, picks it up, throws over in time, and it's 3 up, 3 down, no score. We'll be back. Well, wrong button. Welcome back to the broadcast. Top of the 7th, no score. Leading off in the top of the 7th for Martin, number 1, Luke Spencer. Well, we're just talking off the mics here in the middle of the inning while we're playing some music and turn our mics down so we don't get flagged by YouTube. And pitcher's duel still. First pitch, curveball swings. Cooper Barnard has it tracked down. 1 pitch, 1 out on the F8.
Cooper's been busy out there tonight. He's played really, really solid. Come in for several plays. Made the play on a really nice play earlier in the game. He's
Number
He's done really
14,
well.
Diego Morales.
He's played really well.
Definitely so. He has had lots of action, and he's been running around even when the ball hasn't been hit to him. You know what I would?
No balls, 1 strike, 1 out.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Vince. That pitch goes outside. It evens up the count at 1 ball, 1 strike.
Hey, let me say something else about the principal, Mr. Hagman.
Yeah.
So this time last week, no, I take it back. It was last week, Thursday. My son is in jazz band, foul ball.
Foul ball that goes off there. But excuse me, one moment, real quick.
Sure.
Last call for the concession stand. Last call for the concession stand. Get it hot, get it fresh, get it now. Yeah, go ahead, Richie.
Jazz concerts, baseball games. He's at all the football games, and there's no doubt in my mind that he goes to some of those other things. And what's amazing is he builds such a great relationship with the kids. So many of these kids, he knows them by their name. You see
Yes.
the face, oh, I know that kid, I know that kid, I know that kid. And I think that makes such an impact on the students here.
It does. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Oh, he chases it, just tips it foul to stay alive. And I'll tell you something else that's really cool, and I've
Sure.
had 2 sons graduate under Mr. Hagman here. It's so cool to watch at commencement when he lets people know ahead of time, but he says, if you want to shake my hand, you reach out your hand. If you want a hug, you open your arms. If you want a fist bump, if you want nothing, thank you, Vince, do that. And it's amazing how many kids come up wanting a hug,
Yeah.
or, a handshake, and just, yeah.
There's an old saying that education doesn't happen without relationship. And when you have that type of relationship with the kids, it's so important, and it makes it so much more inviting to go into the classroom and actually, learn science or social studies or, goodness gracious, no one wants to learn math, but
1-2
all the
pitch,
other ones.
bounced foul over off third base. Go ahead.
Yeah, it makes it so much more important for the kids in the classroom